It's the spinning zoo. It's the spin mountain zoo. Everything shall smell like Mountain Dew. This is the spot. After another talk to us, he walked off to the south. Then he was probably going to Kuvlo's inn. Most visitors from Wakapello end up staying there. Let's go and check, shall we? Ah! At last! A challenge! Good, a challenge. Jeez, I kind of obliterated that thing, to be honest. Can I have that basket, Ronald? Thanks, now let's see if we can turn a profit. I'm glad we found you. Are you interested in making a trade? Third promise. You wish to do business with me? Might I ask what this is all about? We need stuff. I see, so the goal is to turn that basket into a jug of 3-year-old premium mezcal. They allow me to invest in your efforts. Peace in Tyrol is what allows me to cross freely into the lands of my suppliers. Naturally, I would prefer that one pledged to preserve that peace win the throne. Thus do I humbly offer you this wool poncho, a small token that I pray contributes to your victory. Oh, that's fine. Craftsmanship. A garment like that would easily fetch five pel in the hundreds column. That's very generous, Boga. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. I have every faith in you, Bird Promise. May the fortune bless your future dealings. I can't believe you quadrupled your investment with your first deal. We're off to a spectacular start. And only because Ronald remembered our Rubo friend. All I did was hand over the wool. That's not true. The connection you build people are vital. This is one of the most fundamental principles of trading. One which you're instinctively mastered. Hang on. Alright, I'm back, sorry. I had a phone call. They were somebody was calling about my doctor's appointment. Anyway. That's not true. Oh. You think so? I know so. Now let's take our 500 pel poncho and trade it for something even more valuable. Well, now I'm at a loss. Here, you take the poncho. If I lost it somewhere in Aaronville, but never let me hear the end of it. I wouldn't let you hear the end of it. Just saying. All set. Our next deal is waiting to be found. Excellent trade! Oh my goodness. Really? Success. You traded a 100 pel basket of alpaca wool for a 500 pel wool poncho. Leveraging connections is a sound strategy, but we should also consider supply and demand. An individual in an urgent need of a good poncho will offer more than a merchant simply looking to stock his shelves. That makes sense, but how do we know if someone needs a poncho? Everyone needs a poncho. They aren't. Anyone? That's the Army's answer, isn't it? We look for a person without a poncho and hope that they're eager to buy ours. Yes, there you go. We find the demand for our supply. Now, where should we begin our search for prospective buyers? There are a number of places, but we could do worse than starting right here at the inn. There might be interested travelers. Who here needs a poncho? A lot of Mama Jaw hardly wear anything to begin with. Those are probably Landsguard or sellswords. Mama Jaw, who soldier for a living, prefer not to wear much above the waist. It hampers their movements. So, even if they have bared shoulders, someone who carry arms can be struck off the list. Yeah. Fire bitten. Sweaty? He's already got a poncho. Maybe? He's armed. Could be I've seen them flying their wavies. And those types aren't fond of excessive clothing either. It can't be you. Fully dressed. That would be my guess. I don't see a weapon on this guy. Hey, no coat or cloak, but also no weapon. Oh, we might have a winner. Hello, friend. You're not a mercenary by trade, right? I was curious about your bold choice of dress or lack thereof. Oh, it was no choice of mine, believe me. I was attacked by beasts on the way here. I barely escaped with my scales intact. My coat was not so lucky. I'm actually a tool maker from Totolo and was dressed quite smartly. All the better to show the Palu. I'm a man who takes pride in his appearance and therefore his work as well, but now look at me. Well, sir, this is your lucky day. We have a poncho. What a splendid poncho. This would be a perfect replacement for the coat I lost. I'm going to part with it if you like to make a trade for one of your fine tools, perhaps. What's this? What about this hatchet? I crafted it myself and will vouch for its quality. The blade looks sharp. The haft well made. I value it at one pel in the thousands. 1,000 pel. Oh, from 500 to 1,000. We have a deal. Wonderful. A fine garment such as this would put me on even footing with every Pelu merchant. The illicit owner of the Meplu's make garden for one. Her field hands use hatchets to harvest the mate. And I thought to impress her with the tool I sold you. No matter. I have other wares to sell. Glad I am to have met you. Did you hear that? We've already found our next buyer. To Meplu's garden we go. Yes, but that's a fair distance over. We should take alpacas. These ones will be the calm type, right? Look, man. Look, it's either the alpacas or you smell like Mountain Dew, okay? It's one of the others. And trust me, the Mountain Dews, you might not like that smell. That starts to annoy you. Alright, now we have 1,000 pel hatchet. And along with that, my network's falling apart. Like I said, it will probably completely stabilize later in the evening. Or late afternoon, like around 2 or 3 o'clock. Maybe. Well done recognizing that toolmaker as a potential customer. If you don't mind to change professions, you would make an excellent merchant. Well, I kind of already do that. Malibu's dream. Before we get moving, you should be the one to hold this. That, I suppose we should hop on the alpacas. Oh, well, I so kindly provided. Okay. Ready to go? Let's mount up. Do we actually? Oh, and it's off to the mate's farm we go. Don't spit. Please don't spit. They're not gonna spit. Fine, these ones are accustomed to people. You have a knack for writing, no matter what you say. Without our friends, we Pelu would never have become children. Can you imagine working all the way across the tour? I swear the mountain is... That mountain is too tall to be real. It's an afternoon, a forbidding sight, isn't it? One I've never appreciated up close. You have to take the long way around the cliffs to get there, to the highlands belonging. I can help you. Then I can do this after all. You weren't you? Oh, why are they orange? No, wait, what? Why are they orange? Oh, why did I think that was Diaboromon coming out of nowhere for a moment there? I thought it was Diaboromon from Digimon. Just showed up all of a sudden. It's like, wait a second. Why is there a Digimon here? We made it without a single smelly incident. I sent the alpacas back to a closed inn Now we'll walk along the main road when we return to the village. Speaking of roads to travel, you were adopted by the Dawn Servant, weren't you? That I was. Then perhaps you understand. I was an orphan too. You see, Toblis took me in. He took in all the ranch hands, actually. All of them? Yes, and everyone worked hard at their chores, grateful for the opportunity to repay the head ledger's generosity. Yet here I am, the only one wanting to go off and be a merchant. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you this. We need to keep trading things for your saddle. If you're to prepare for the feat of gold. As it's made harvesting season, they can't have too many quality hatchers. Add to that with Lamont's way with people, and we should have no trouble making a favorable deal. That's Miplu herself over there. Pass the hatchet to the third premise, and let's get to bargaining. Yeah. It's being really bad right now. You have that little axe for me. Yeah, I have it. Thanks, now to see what we can get for it. You're Meplu, the owner of these fields. I have a mind to trade if you're interested. Well, the third promise. I might be convinced to entertain a proposal. What do you have on offer? This hatchet, forged by a seasoned artisan. The razor edge is of exceptional tool. Will make light of your crops. Acceptable, I suppose. I offer you a large stack of mate leaves in exchange. These value at 1 pail in the 1,000 column. The same price as the hatchet. This deal will bring us no closer to the Michelle. If I may, Mistress Michelle, it's harvesting season, is not. Does not. I knew it. I knew that was gonna happen. It disconnected. Oh, that's just. God, it just gets worse. Heck? Demand for hatchets afforded them a higher value. No, that's all it is. It's just gonna be like this. I knew this would happen. This is kind of why I was against it. Maybe doing a 24-hour stream. Because you know why? Most of it is just gonna be my connection being a piece of garbage. But I did warn if what happened. We missed the window for demand. In that case, we'll have to fall back on connections. Think of it this way. A generous deal here will put you in the third promise's good grace. Certainly that's worthy of consideration. I do not wish to give offense, but I must tell you that I stand with the second promise. His innovations will improve every aspect of our lives, I believe, including farming. And I will no longer have need of hatchets. I assure you that I have nothing but respect for Rock Lamont. That is why I prepared to purchase a spare hammer at a fair price. I suppose it is fair given your reasons. Yourselves would be no better off for the transaction. How about this then? If we were to help bring in your harvest, would you give us a better deal? As a matter of fact, I would. Until Kunana's reforms come about, I can always use more hands in the fields. Then you can go ahead and add our labor to the bargain. Added value to tip the scale. I could have forgotten one of the most basic rules of trading. You can rest here if you like, Malibu. Ronald and I have mate together. Oh no, I'm helping too. Off to the fields then, and mind you pick the healthy leaves. I'll take 5 good bundles from each of you. How do we know? Are we just gonna grab it? So yeah. Yeah, sorry everybody. That was my network falling apart. It's still falling apart, but like I said, this is kind of why I was afraid of doing a 24-hour stream. Because probably 70% of it is just going to be network problems. But I also did, when I put out the advertisement for it, I did say that there will be moments where my network does not do well. So I did warn about that. Like, I have no control over it, and I still don't to this day. And I know I've had people ask why haven't I called them about it, but I have called in the past. There's several recordings about me calling them, only for them to give me the runaround, and I'm just tired of it. Okay? I even told them, it's like, you know what? I can keep calling and... But the reality is, I know you guys are not going to fix this until you feel like it. I literally told him, it's like, yeah, I know you're not going to fix this until someone very powerful, probably someone of a higher degree, calls you guys out or threatens to throw a lawsuit in your face because the upload is ruining their business. So, we bought some leaves for them. An acceptable harvest. We'll see how your companions fare before I make any decisions, though. Yeah, we've bought our share as well. Thank you for your promise. This is more than enough to hold up your end of the bargain. Now it's time to honor mine. After adding the value of your labor to the price of the hatchet, a full sack of our... I'm prepared to offer you a full sack of our highest grade mat leaves. Premium, mate! But at the shop, 1 sack of these leaves would cost no more or less than 5 pel in the thousands. Then we can bid farewell to this hatchet. I'll give it a good home. Talk of the contest aside, I'm glad we could come to a mutually trade. As am I, all the best with the rest of your harvest. Babylon, what's wrong? It's as I was saying before, even after everything Topley's done for me, I'm planning to abandon it all from a merchant. But then I needed your help after forgetting a basic rule of trade. How can I expect Topley to accept my decision then? Have you mentioned your plans to leave? 'Cause that would be a good start. Not exactly. I wanted to prove I could succeed as a peddler before I declared my intentions. I seek to follow in my father's footsteps, but not because he expects it of me. I want to preserve Rawl's peace, and becoming Dawn Servant happens to be the best way to do it. You should live a life of your own choosing, and I wouldn't be surprised if Topley held the same opinion. So talk to him. You're right. It's better to find out for sure than worry over what might happen. What he might say. Thank you for the advice. But first, we have a saddle to buy. I want that success under my belt so I can be sure of my decision. What's next then? We try to trade our tea leaves for something halfway to 10,000? No, I think we're close enough now. I'd say we go straight for the premium mezcal. Bargain our way into double the value though? Think you can do it? Trust me, I'll make this trade work. I admire you, Third Promise. That you're holding your own against such strong competition for the throne is inspiring. Am I really holding my own against Kurana and Zoraja? I mean, of course I am. I'm Waklama of the Dawn's Promise, after all. Why do I look like I'm not having a good time here? 5,000. Success! Still need 10,000. Promised a premium deal. Before we go, let me give you the mate leaves. I don't need to risk proving Aaronville's point. Yes. Ready then? Our next stop is the Mezcal Distillery. You know what? I still have 30 minutes for this recording session. So, what I'm going to do... It might not even work at all. But, I'll take a short, tiny break. I'm going to cut the modem. Like, turn off the modem and turn it back on and see if it fixes anything. I gotta buy it. Kill the thing. Thing is, I can't just do it until we're done. because I don't want to the less video editing and rendering I have to do, the better. Did we just teleport back? So it's not even noon and it's doing this madness. Normally in the mornings it's completely fine. It's not until the afternoon when it starts up. We'll want to speak with a man by the name of Gobbly. Even among his fellow distillers, he's regarded as a master of the craft. He knows the value of his product, so if we are to convince him to trade for twice what the leaves are worth, we're gonna need targeted information. That means asking around and taking in the gossip. If you could talk to people here in the distillery, Ronald, perhaps Lamont could do the same at the village entrance. Of course, if it stables before this is done, then I won't have to kill it. Meanwhile, I'll head to the north side and see what I can learn. Oh, I gotta talk to people. Me? I'm a chef from Tutuluru. I often come here to buy Gobley's mezcal. The finest in Tyrol, according to my customers. He always brings out a jug during our dealings, but I can't handle the stuff too well myself. I take small sips, not wanting to be impolite, you understand, but still end up so addled as to agree to whatever price he quotes say. It would be nice to have less potent refreshments during such conversations, else I might have to seriously consider our arrangement. There's not much I can say about Gobley, but I can tell you what Gobley's been saying. The other day, he was muttering about monsters prowling around Agav's Shores. That's the field where they gather ingredients for the mezcal. Their presence has made it harder to procure said ingredients, and thus driven up the price of his product. A boon, some might argue, but it's hard to celebrate when it affects the work as it does. Can't rightfully bring joy to people if you can't keep making the thing they love. Goblin might be a deft hand at distilling, but he's got no sense when it comes to appearances. Rumor has it he's been invited to the palace for business negotiations. If he presents himself to the court wearing his usual rumpled attire, though, he'd be laughed out of sun perch. So, what did you find out? A lot. Oh, we can make use of all those tidbits. The deal is as good as sealed. As for me, I found out where Gobley is working. There's a millstone at the top of the slope behind the distillery. You go on ahead and I'll bring Wooklame with me. Here? Got business with me, sir? Why don't we talk down below to not distract the alpaca from his work? Wow, look at this. It's just dead zero now. I don't even know how the game is still going, and it hasn't disconnected me yet. Oh, that's the worst part. If I turn the modem off, I'll have to I'll have to sit in a queue again. Now, what's this about? Keep it brief if you would. I'm a busy man. We're in the market for a 3-year-old jug of premium mezcal. Assuming you have any on hand, that is. Ah, an excellent choice. I must warn you, though. It doesn't come cheap. We don't have pale, but we can offer you a sack of mate leaves in exchange. It's top grade stuff like the mezcal. No deal. Mate leaves are well and good, but I don't have any use for them. No deal, just like that. Still, I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. Why don't we sit and chat over a cup of mezcal? No! Now the real bargaining begins. Which of our cards do we play first? The monsters in a grave field. Let's hold on to that one. We need to consider our timing. I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm afraid I can't hold my drink. I've heard one of your regular customers, a Habago chef, is the same. Seeing as not everyone can enjoy mezcal, I wonder what you might benefit from having other refreshments to offer. Something like make tea, for instance, and brewed from the finest leaves, of course. Ah, you're right, absolutely right. I had noticed a growing reluctance on the part of my Habago friend, but did not realize I myself was to blame. I must endeavor to be a better host still, even with the added value in mind. No sack of leaves is worth a mezcal. The mezcal you're after? Should we offer to call the monsters, causing them trouble? Not yet. We'll keep that card up. We're gonna end up doing it anyway. So yeah, I can't reset the modem then to see if it fixes things. Because like I said, if I do, I'll be in the queue. And who knows how big the queue has become now. Because now we're in the middle of we're reaching noon Eastern. As I expect you're aware, the rite of succession is currently taking place. That's why the third promise has graced us with her presence. When the contest is decided, the subsequent ascension ceremony will be a prestigious affair. If your mezcal were to be served there, it would bring your distillery a miserable fame. Wait, could it be that your rumored invitation to the palace is to discuss that very possibility? As a matter of fact, yes. I must admit, I'm still willing for the abruptness of it all. It would be a great honor and opportunity if I could secure the deal. Well, I should think your exceptional mezcal would speak for itself. That said, there's no such thing as being too prepared, and first impressions last. You'll want to be wary. Be wearing your very best when you walk into Volok Shaman. It would be such a shame to miss this chance of a lifetime simply for want of proper garments. That it would. Are you saying you have garments to offer? Something ideal for court? We have no garments on hand, I'm afraid, but we can provide you with the best thing. An introduction to a weaver. His name is Bao Nook, and his work is highly regarded in total law. As a supporter of Wak Lama, a keen observer of palace policies, he will doubtless be happy to guide you in the selection of an outfit to fit this golden occasion. That is certainly a tempting proposal, and one I should like to take full advantage, but the scales still aren't quite balancing. Say, weren't there monsters running amok in the grave jaws? That's a problem we could easily solve for you. Really? Be most grateful for your immediate assistance. I was resigned to hiring Salesforce to clean them out. Factoring in that saved expense and an introduction to a trusted waiver, this is shaping up to a sound bargain. Alright, you have a deal. Yes, I knew you'd come around. Give us a moment and Ron and I will take care of those prowling nuisances. In the meantime, I'll use the time to pen an introductory letter to the fields you're looking for are just north of Wakapelo. Be safe. Good day. Don't let the network fall apart. Oh wait, never mind, it is. That should be a grave jaws over there. Just over there. This will go faster if we split up. Come and find me once you've finished clearing out your share of the pests. Yeah, you can... I can... Okay. Alright, that's twice it's disconnected. Gotta love that. Oh look, it's back. Still losing frames though. You know what, I'll take the risk. Like I said, in 15 minutes I'm just gonna stop. And I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. I can't. What the? God, it's so weird. It's just gonna be hard to get used to this because monks become simplified, but when you hit perfect balance, it's lighting up what it wants you to do versus, and also at the same time, everything else that you can do. Compared to the creatures I hunted at Papa, this was no challenge at all. Come on, let's head back to the distillery. All that's left is to give Mablu the sack of leaves so she can seal the deal. Oh no. It's game over. That's it. Well. See? It's disconnecting. Yep, I knew it. The moment I couldn't jump with my mouth, that said it all.